What another crazy week in the market, my friends. We started like this, it went like that, and by the end of the week, it started coming back up. So how do you think my portfolio did? Let's go check it out. Hey, and welcome to the Week in Review, October 2024. Before we get going, you know what I have to do. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, nor do I play one on YouTube or TV. Being in the market does involve risk. Everything you see on this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you are concerned about your financial future and you're looking into it, please do your own research. Also, seek out a licensed financial advisor. Everything on this channel is strictly what this old guy is doing to build his retirement future, and we're doing pretty good on it. So, anyway, before we get going, the deck is looking great. There are no rails on it. Poor guy who's working on it. He's had people call in sick. One guy got hit by his own truck. Another one's girlfriend is ill. So he's been having a rough time getting his crew here to work on our deck. But so far, it's looking good. It's looking really good. So if you've gone into the community, you've seen the pictures. So hopefully Monday or Tuesday, it will be done and we'll be sitting on our deck. Do want to let you know also, though, let's get into this. If you haven't seen it yet, I put out another video. And this is a really kind of a portfolio shift, what I'm doing. So what I did is I identified a problem with my portfolio. And so what were those problems? So the problems with the portfolio, very heavy weighted and high risk ETFs, little growth opportunity in what I do have, and little to no exposure to the overall market, which is not good because long term, the market does go up long term. And if I'm not having any growth in there, what's the point? You may have noticed since we've been doing this that I've been bouncing between this $46,000 and $44,000 portfolio mark, even though I'm trading in the market to add money to my portfolio and I'm getting distributions to add stuff to the portfolio. We're just sitting like this. And the biggest reason for that is the fact that I'm not adding any growth component to my portfolio other than me working my ass off. So, excuse my French. So go check out that video. Definitely a very good video. I'll really dive into exactly what the strategy is. And actually, you're going to see a little bit later some of the strategy already in work. So basically woke up on Wednesday, had an epiphany and go, really? Yeah, I need to do this. All right, so let's get back into this. All right, so we got paid this week. Woohoo! So everybody was down except for Palantir the week prior. So really rough week. So we were down. I told you last week, even though my forecast had me being at 6, I knew it was going to be lower, and I think I had it at like 597 or something. So yeah, I knew it was going to be down a little bit. So it was actually down about $78, 11%. Almost right at that $600 mark, so I am cool with that. We got paid down a little bit, down 11% total, but you know what? We're still doing well. We're still getting paid by all of our distributions. Trades this week. So 2 trades. I cleared out the SoFi trade from over the weekend on Monday and got right into a NVIDIA trade right after. A perfect setup. It was going to take off. And then you know what happened to the market. So I actually was in NVIDIA all week long and actually got out at 3:30 Friday afternoon. But you know what? It was a positive trade. We added $407 total to our account this week. We divided it between trading Bitcoin and Roth. So for the month, just in trading, we've added almost $2,000 to my account. Not from my paycheck. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm very entertaining. I hope I'm very entertaining. Let me know in the comments if I'm entertaining. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We are this close to 1,000 subscribers. If you're watching, you're getting anything out of this because it is educational and I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Please subscribe. We definitely ask you to do that. The other thing that I want you to do is something that's very dear to my heart. This month is when, well, actually November is usually when I kick it off. But every year I donate to, let me get into this. Darn it. I just totally ruined that, but that's okay. I was on a groove. I was on a groove, and now I'm not on a groove, but that's okay. Every year I participate in the St. Baldrick's Foundation. St. Baldrick's is an organization that raises money for childhood cancer. My goal this year is only $1,300, $1,300, but I am sure that I could do much better. I am actually using a small portion, 10%. 10% of everything I am earning out of my Citibank and out of my E-Trade is going towards St. Baldrick's this year. So I've already got $50. I kicked it off this week. St. Baldrick's is just a fantastic organization taking care of kids. What they do is they raise money for research, and there's a lot of different programs that kids can get into as well. But just an absolutely wonderful organization. So on March, let's go back to that website and see exactly what it is. It's in March. It's always around St. Patty's Day. So on March 14th, I'll be in Hampton Roads at Elation Brewing. So this will be my second time at Elation Brewing for this. This is my 5th year that I am doing this. If you can contribute, I greatly appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. Very fortunate in my life that I haven't had to deal with something like this, but I know in the future I very possibly could. And there are lots of families out there and lots of kids out there that need help. So please support St. Baldrick's. If anything, share if you can't. Just sharing this information would be absolutely fantastic. So that is my charity of choice, and I'll give you guys an update every Saturday on how I'm doing. So go check it out. Definitely greatly appreciate it. All right, so back to the portfolio review. Yeah, subscribe also. So reinvestments, what have we done? So paid $108 on my credit card. Woohoo! And that's because the money that was going towards the deck is now going back to paying off the credit card. I have I'm just using my income to pay off the rest of the deck. But anyway, for the ULTY thing. So 108 towards my credit card, 909.000. 909 Robinhood towards my Bitcoin. Nothing on Coinbase. I didn't put anything on Coinbase. Didn't buy anything on Coinbase, which sucked because it got down to 109 this week, 110.19 this week. I forgot. I'm just gonna put it out there. I have a whole spreadsheet and I do math and everything, so I know exactly what I need to put towards it. I just forgot. I completely forgot. My bad. So anyway, so nothing in Coinbase towards my Bitcoin, but I did do it in Robinhood. And then, so here are the additionals that I have on there. So there's everything that went in a little bit lower this week, just because of the fact that it was a little bit lower on distributions this week. So next week, you'll probably see, well, and I only did 2 trades this week as well. So although $400 is still pretty darn good. But the distributions were a little bit lower this week, and they're going to be lower again next week because of the fact that this has just been a rough week. Rough couple weeks for all these ETFs and everything else. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. Future, long term. So that's where we are sitting right now. And part of my change in strategy, I've added the Tesla from Round Hill. I love Tesla. Why have I not? I don't own a Tesla, by the way, but I just like everything that Elon Musk does. A brilliant man. I'm a huge SpaceX fan. The Neuralink, not so much. But yeah, so I've added the Round Hill Tesla to my portfolio. So slowly adding into that. And then additional purchases. Again, go back and watch that other video, because what I am basically doing is I am taking those ETFs that are single stock and I am buying the actual underlying. So I'm buying Coinbase, I'm buying Robinhood, I'm buying Nvidia, I'm buying VOO, I'm buying Tesla, and I'm buying Palantir. So that's the big shift to really grow. But go back and watch that other video. It's a very entertaining and educational video. You should check it out. All right, so looking at next week's update. So again, everybody's down except for NVIDIA. NVIDIA was up, and I think NVIDIA will probably be up next week as well. It's the only one that's up, not up a whole lot. And here's my Tesla, because I bought it this week. I get 72 cents. Woohoo! It's not up or down because of the fact that it's brand new. But that's our payouts estimated for the following week coming up. All right, so let's see where we're sitting in our accounts. Check Robinhood out. We broke 20,000 in Robinhood. We did it. We broke 20 in Robinhood. So excited. Very, very cool. And that's just really been from the trading strategy and just taking that and adding it over. And then so now we're going to get these growth stocks in there where we're going to really start to see that really take off. So fingers crossed, man. Let's see if we can't break 50 before Christmas. I have no doubt in my mind we're going to break 50 by Christmas. So that's where we're 39 below our $50,000 goal. So here's what we did for the week, everybody. So what I'm doing in Citibank, also I'm taking half and I'm putting it back because I'm only holding 2 ETFs in Citibank, and that is ULTY and WineMax. I'm taking 50%, pay the card off. 50% is reinvested. So staying steady in Citibank. E-Trade, everything's moving. Everything's going over to Robinhood. So you can see eventually Robinhood's going to overtake what E-Trade's doing. Will it overtake Citibank? Yeah, it'll easily take over Citibank. So for the month of October, $2,500. Yes, we broke 2,000, and next week's a freebie week because there's 5 weeks in October versus 4. So we're gonna hit $3,000 for the month of October. Very freaking cool. Very freaking cool. And so that's good. Let's go to the next one. So here's the estimates. I have actually dropped the estimate down for our weekly, what we're going to get next week. I just really think that everybody, because of this week and the last week, I think everybody's going to take a hit. You've already seen the other 4. I'm not including the Round Hill Tesla, but you've already seen the other 4 down, not significantly, but they're down. Palantir's barely down, but the other 2 are almost down by half. So I'm only estimating next week's income to be about $550. Yeah, I know the monthly says $2,500, and I left that because it's a bonus week, so I'm not including that in the monthly. In the weekly, though, yeah, $3,000. So total forecast for the year, we're sitting at 31, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, these are all estimates. All estimates. So I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed this fantastic weekly update. I want you to go and watch, wherever this is, the video for the change on everything. Go check it out. Have yourself a great weekend. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Go check out St. Baldrick's. If you can help, please help. I'm using my ETFs to fund my donations, so they're going to get a big chunk from me. Absolutely fantastic organization. Love them to death. Have yourself a safe weekend, and good morning.